Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
And I'm Tommy Radcliffe, streaming DC United. And we will lose, probably.
We may well lose. This is Darkseid, who we've already played against and lost. Would you say we lost badly, horribly, or the worst?
Worst.
The worst. We lost the worst against Darkseid the first time, but we have learned more. Maybe. We think. We'll see. But today we are playing DC Superheroes United. This is not a sponsored gameplay. You can check out the game found page down below. I'll have a link to that. And this is a prototype, all rules and components subject to change, and all of that stuff. And with that, shall we go ahead and play DC United?
Yes.
Cool. So, we're not going to do that much of a rules overview over here. By now, you hopefully have an understanding of the United system. If you don't, you can check out a variety of other content on this channel, on other channels, and all of that stuff. But the basic idea, the very short version, is we are trying to take down Darkseid before he wins. There's a few ways he wins, but the way he's going to try to win, honestly, is clearing threats, which if you've played DC United, might be a little, if you played Marvel United or DC United or whatever, that might be a bit confusing to you because usually the heroes are trying to clear the threats. In this case, Darkseid is trying to clear the threats. He's going to wander to a location and then collect the anti-life. We can spend heroic actions to flip it face down, in which case when he lands in it, you will simply flip the card instead of taking it, so we can effectively delay his progress by spending heroic actions and delaying those threats. Now the good news is, when he does so, he will at least be contributing to the clear threats action over here, so as we get 4 of those, we will be more able to take him down, which is important, and then past that, the general United system is going to have us playing cards, and then combining symbols from our characters. So if I play a card over here, and then Tavi follows it up with a card over here, then he's going to benefit from his symbols as well as mine. You always benefit from the card immediately prior on those symbols. But that's the good news. The bad news is Darkseid takes the first turn, and I already know what he's going to do, and it's not fun at all. Do you remember what he does on his first turn?
Birth of a Dark God.
You remember the name of the card?
Yes.
I'm a little blown away right now. You remember the name of the card?
Yes.
Wow.
The other one is a punishment of Dark God.
Well, we're going to take the first turn. And now, the villain in United does not always have a starting card. Sometimes characters have starting hand cards, and sometimes villains have starting cards. In this case, Darkseid has this starting master plan card, which says, Birth of a Dark God, which is, I'm a little blown away, genuinely. This is a little insane.
He's not blown away. It's his own mind.
It's my own mind. We are going to move 0, or Darkseid's going to move 0. He's going to move 0 clockwise, which is where he is. And then he's going to deal 1 damage to each hero in the location opposite Darkseid, which is always where the hero start. In other words, Darkseid starts the game by hitting us for 1 damage. We're going to take a card over here.
And we discard one of them.
You put it underneath your deck when you display a card. So put it underneath your deck.
This is surprisingly my same hand from last time.
Is it the exact same?
I think.
Cool. But with that, Darkseid has at least taken his first turn. We can now go. The general pattern is we're going to take 3 turns, followed by Darkseid taking a turn. So we go 1, 2, 3, Darkseid, 1, 2, 3, Darkseid, until we accomplish one of these things over here, either rescuing civilians, defeating thugs, or clearing threats. Once we've done one of those, Darkseid will be under pressure, and he'll activate every 2 turns, and some of his cards might do different things as well. Do you want to go first or second?
First.
Draw a card. You start your turn by drawing a card, so we're back up to 3 cards right now, but if you ever go down to 0, you're KO'd, and Darkseid will do mean things. Okay, so we're going to put this down over here. You get a movement and a punch.
A movement and a punch. Okay, I punch you.
You punch me?
Yes.
I don't think that's ideal.
Okay, I do over there and punch the thug.
Okay, you punch the thug, you move there, punch the thug. Try not to fall over. Do you need me to push the chair in?
Yes.
Okay, we're just getting some technical issues sorted over here. No. Okay, is this chair on the blanket? Nope. We're just going to pull this in. It's a chair on carpet. There's only so much I can do. Anyways, you've done that. So Tavi moved. He did a move action over here, and then he punched, taking a thug off this location and putting it there. You need heroic actions to rescue civilians, thugs to punch fighting actions to punch the thugs, or Darkseid once he's vulnerable, but we have to clear 2 of these before he's vulnerable. On my turn, I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I'll show you my hand over here. The good news is I have a double star action, which is actually very strong for us, because this double star, it's a great way to start this game, so I think our chances of beating Darkseid went up tremendously.
Yeah, so we could just flip this over,
basically.
Then you move and you attack a thug.
Cool. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move over here. So I'm going to place this. I will do a flip over here. So I'm going to flip this over. Ooh, do I want to flip one of these?
Yeah, flip that one. He's going to get there first.
You're probably right. This guy knows what's up. I'm going to move. So I'm going to move over here. I'm going to punch. Actually, I might punch first, because you can use the actions in any order. I'm going to punch first, then I'm going to move, and then I'm going to flip this face down. I spent 2 heroic actions to flip it, and the good news is Tavi on his turn can use these 2 heroic actions as well, because he benefits from this card. And so with that, it is now your turn. You have so many wilds. You have a handful of wilds.
Yeah, I can only use wilds now.
Yeah. Wild actions are going to let you do whatever you want, as the name might imply.
Okay, so he's not going to get that one before that, so I will flip this. Then
Well, you have to play a card first.
Yeah.
Yep, play a card.
Fine, I play this card.
You play a wild. So this is not only a wild, it also has a flip effect over here. At any time during your turn, you can flip this card to flip any master plan card in the storyline. Oh, can I give you advice? There might be some alpha playering. He's going to go next, and he might turn your card face down. So doing a regular wild might be better. You want to do that? Because otherwise you'll lose this effect. So we'll do a regular wild over here. What's the benefit of flipping a master plan card? Honestly, I don't even know the benefit of flipping the master plan card. We'll see that. It might depend on which person you're fighting against. Okay, so, and I'll try to keep the alpha playering to a minimal, just to a minimum, but some things we've learned from the last game. So, right now, if you want to go ahead and do any action plus whatever you want there.
I will flip this because he's going to get there first.
Okay, and then you have a wild.
And then I move here and I'm going to punch this fucker.
You can't, you're using the movement.
Eventually, I said.
Eventually sounds good to me. That is our turns. Great,
Eventually
we're done.
sounds like 5 years to me.
It does sound like 5 years. This video will not be 5 years long. But anyways, it will?
Yes.
Okay, well, we're going to have to stare at the camera for a long time then, just if we want 5 years to go by.
You make a point.
Okay, cool. On our turn, we're going to go ahead and have Darkseid flip a card. Darkseid's going to flip this card over here. We're going to start a new row. Actually, we can go ahead and get 5 cards over here. Let's do 5 cards. Darkseid is going to move clockwise to the next location with a threat. So Tavi's card actually was safe because of the way this played out. So he's going to move clockwise to here, which means as soon as he lands here, he acquires this threat. He now takes this. This is one of the threats he needs to win the game. Once he gets all the threats, well, he'll win. So we're going to place that out. He cleared a threat. Then he's going to BAM the location, which means we look at his BAM ability. Each hero in Darkseid's location and both adjacent locations flips down their most recent card in the storyline. So I'm flipping this card face down. Although the good news is, had he gone clockwise to Tavi over here, then Tavi would have had to lose this, which means I would have lost this. This is not as bad to lose. So we're going to flip down the latest face-up card in the storyline, which means I flip this. And then he's going to go ahead, Dark God Punishment, deal 2 damage to one hero in Darkseid's location. Fortunately, there is no hero in his location, so we're safe there. And then finally, we're going to put down new tokens. So we're going to put down a civilian in his current location, and then a thug in each adjacent location. And that is currently Darkseid's turn, which means now we have 3 more turns, and I go first. Okay. You have a wild. Ooh. Okay, I kind of regret some of these things that I've done. Okay.
He regrets everything in his life.
Not everything, but a lot.
Not everything.
I'm going to go ahead and play Cyborg, which I think these Boom Tubes card might be pretty helpful over here. So I'm going to play Boom Tubes over here. That's going to be this card here. It lets me move to any location. You may bring another hero in your location with you. So I'm not going to be able to bring Tavi with me, Batman, but I could jump over here and then use my heroic action plus Tavi's heroic action plus Tavi's wild to go ahead and flip this face down. So we got another card flip face down, and the good news is that means the next 2 cards, in general, Darkseid moves clockwise or counterclockwise. So either which way he goes, he will not be acquiring a threat. So we are primed for some degree of success. And with that, draw a card.
Draw a card.
Wayne Enterprises Resources.
Oh, yay! I could do this.
You can do anything you want.
No, I could just use this and use that wild.
I agree with you, but play the card,
Oh.
You're playing this? Okay.
Yep.
So we're playing this card over here. You gain 1 token from the pool to any hero. You have a wild. Would you like it, or do you want to give it to me?
I like it,
You should take it.
So, I'm going to use both of these cards, to flip this.
Beautiful.
Then I will move, and I will use 2 of my that wild from over there, and this wild.
Oh, you can't use this wild.
Why?
Because it's too far back. You only use the last card.
Fine. And we'll also punch a thug.
Punch a thug. Punch a thug.
Punch a thug. Punch a thug.
Every time you're going to punch a thug. Now, the wild tokens, you are allowed to hold on to them. You don't have to give them up right away, but you could give them up right away. Okay, and that is going to be my turn. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to see what I got over here. I have less ideal things than I would want, honestly. This is actually really not ideal right now. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. I can work with it. I guess. Maybe.
You can?
You know what? Maybe. Combining with yours.
Wait, let me see your hand.
With this hand over here?
You should use this one.
So the problem is there's no one over here that needs a double attack.
Well,
this one over here, I could go to this one, but then I'd have to discard a card from my hand. Is it worth doing that?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes. Just discard this movement one.
It just seems like so punishing. Should I do it?
Yes.
Okay, fine. We're gonna do it.
Your next one's probably going to be a movement
Okay,
and attack.
so
thug.
I'm gonna go ahead and play this over here then. Okay, that gives me no. I'm playing the double attack. Sorry, the double attack. Then I'm going to use the rescue location from here to rescue a civilian. I'm going to use the movement to move over here. Heroes entering this location must either discard an action card or discard a card, action token, or discard a card to the bottom of the deck. I'm going to discard this to the bottom of my deck, which does put us a little closer to our KO, which I'm worried about. But then I'm going to use my 2 attacks to attack 2 thugs, which is a good thing overall. But we'll just have to see how this goes. We need to get some civilians rescued. That's my turn. And with that, it is Darkseid's turn. Darkseid's going to go ahead and flip a card. We'll see what he does.
And we're both going to deal damage.
Move clockwise to the next location with a threat. He's going to walk over to you. He's going to bam the location. So first of all, he's going to flip this threat card. He's going to bam the location, which means you have to flip your card face down, which again works out well for us. Then he's going to do 2 damage to 1 hero in your location, which doesn't work out well for us. So 2 damage to you does mean you're going to lose your cards, although you do have equipment.
Wait, what's the equipment?
We can read our equipment now. Go ahead, let's go ahead and read them out. We have grapnel. Using your turn to move one of the civilian or thug from an adjacent location to your location, then turn this face down. We have armored gauntlets to ignore 1 damage dealt to any hero in your location. And then we have batarang used to deal damage to an adjacent location. So if you want to not die, the armored gauntlets are the only option.
Armored gauntlets.
Flip the armored gauntlets face down. So when you flip it face down, equipment, in general, we're using equipment, which means I still have a double wild in my deck because I don't have any equipment. Tavi's double wild is removed, but we have armor gauntlets. To recharge it, at the beginning of your turn, discard 1 action token to turn it face up. So if you get action tokens, you can discard it to turn face up. Now you still need to take 1 damage, so you have to discard a card.
Bat gadgets.
Bat gadgets it is. This is going to be underneath the deck over here.
I mean, it's true, I just got rid of 1.
Yep. And then the good news is that means we didn't get KO'd. Had we gotten KO'd, Darkseid would have taken the threat. And that's basically it. We need to put out 2 thugs on adjacent locations. So we got a thug over here and a thug over here. And with that, it is your turn. Draw a card.
You also have a thug right there.
The abuse I put up with. Your turn.
Oh.
Now you do have 2 attacks because you're going to use my card.
What should I do? What should I do? What should I do?
I don't know. Whichever you want to do.
Wait, should I have 3 cards?
No, because you just took a damage.
So I'm going to have 2 cards.
Until you get KO'd. No, when you get KO'd, you'll get more cards back.
Alright, I'm going to use Batman.
The world's greatest detective. So, look at the 2 topmost cards of the Master Plan deck, then put them back in any order. So, we now know what he's going to do next. He's going to move, regardless of what we do next, he's going to move clockwise. So he's going to be moving here. We know that, so we can avoid him. Then he's going to deal 2 damage to 1 hero in his location, or deal 1 damage to each hero in Darkseid and both adjacent locations. Which one do you want to happen next?
I want this one to happen next.
Okay, so we do have a lot of good knowledge about what's happening, what's coming up, because we have the world's greatest detective. So this is going to be helpful, and we will...
I'm the world's greatest detective.
You are absolutely the world's greatest detective. Cool.
Because you're not the detective, I'm the detective.
I'm the thug. We've established that. You now have a rescue action over here and 2 attack actions.
2 attacks.
Okay.
Bing, bing.
Because the rescue, I don't think you actually can't use it right now.
Yeah, I know.
Because there's no one to rescue in the spot. Okay. That's your turn. To my turn. We're going to go ahead and draw a card to my hand. Ooh,
Yes!
Double wild. The
Double
question is, I don't know if I
wild.
want to use it right now.
Double wild.
I don't think I'm going to use it right now. I think I'm going to do the
Double
following. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to walk out of Apocalypse over here. So what I'm going to do, place this card down over here, and then I'm going to move over here.
Why don't you punch first?
Because I'll show you. I'm going to use my punch over here on this guy, and I'm going to use my rescue on this guy. Now, we are in trouble. We need to clear this at this point. But because I've done that over here, now, at the end of my turn, and I use the rescue, I use the punch, I use the move, if there's no thugs in this location, I can gain a token, so I'm going to gain one of these tokens, so I can start rescuing more civilians. Okay, and that was my turn, which means it's your turn.
Oh. This is good. Wait, is that 2 far behind?
No, you're going to be placing over here and using this card.
What about that one?
You can't use this card.
Oh,
Sorry.
Eh.
Okay. So you have 2 movement, and you have a punch. And he's moving, which way? He's moving counterclockwise, so he's going to be going over here. So just avoid that spot. You're placing this. Okay.
Now, I will...
You get a wild, a move, and a fight.
Oh, we don't want... I will move, and I will use a wild and the punch to kill these guys.
Okay. Do you want to... Okay. Okay.
Oh, a rescue. A rescue.
Came close to alpha playering. I pulled back, but he saw it. Anyways, that's going to be that over here, so we can move these down. And then that's it. That means it's the villain's turn. Now, something happened here that's a big deal, unfortunately. We did clear, or fortunately, we cleared this mission card, so that's going to be done. And that's out. But now he's going to be activating every 2 turns, and he's under pressure.
Oh, no, that doesn't really work because there's only 2 players, so it's after both of us.
It's still every 2 cards. Every 2 cards.
Which is after both of us.
Well, previously we were doing 3 cards, now he's doing every 2 cards. So we need to deal with the civilians quickly.
Well, it's me, then that means him, then me, you, then
We're going to flip
him.
the next card over here. He's going to move counterclockwise to over here.
Hey,
He's
look,
going to
there's
bam the
guard
location,
punishment.
which means nothing happens to either of us. He's going to deal 2 damage to one hero in Darkseid's location, which is nothing, and then he puts down tokens. So he's still going to put down tokens. He's going to put down 1 over here, and then 1 thug on each adjacent location. Okay? And that is where we go. And that means it's now my turn. I'm going to draw a card, and we know his next card. His next card, he's going to be going here and hurting people in adjacent locations. So make sure to avoid that when you can. I currently have double wild over here, which is good. The problem is I kind of need the movement to actually get to a place where I can help. Because
you could use my wild as a movement.
Yeah.
And then you could flip this again and save ourselves.
Okay. I think what I'll try to do, we'll try to buy ourselves some time over here because...
This is the only one we could flip so far.
Oh, by the way, we need to flip this card because he landed in that spot. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my this over here to rescue this civilian over here. Whoops, that goes over there. I'm going to then use your wild to move over here. And then I'm going to play a double wild over here to flip this card face down. So we're playing our double wild over here, and then that means you're going to get a turn, which is good because you'll get a turn before he can go. So yeah, your turn.
Alright.
Draw a card.
It's a punch.
You have a double wild available to you.
I will use the punch.
Punch.
And I
Okay.
will...
Yep.
Never mind. I'm going to use this.
Okay.
I'm going to...
Now remember, he is going to end here and hit in both
I'm
adjacent
going to
locations.
save the civilian.
Okay.
Then move.
Okay.
And then save this one.
You could save 2 more.
2 more?
Yeah. You say you saved, moved, and saved again. Okay.
I
that
can
was
save another?
Yeah. That was a noble sacrifice because right now he is going to hit you, and that's good. But it's necessary for us to be able to actually take him out. So it is what it is.
He acquired it.
He's going to acquire... Well, no. So now watch this out. So we're going to go ahead and play this. Move counterclockwise to the next location with a threat. So he's going to move here. We're going to flip this card. So it's now available to him again. And then he's going to bam the location, which means each hero is going to turn down your card. So I'm going to lose that, unfortunately. But then deal 1 damage to each hero in his location and both adjacent locations. So you take 1 damage and you die. Now, the bad news there is you're now KO'd, which we'll walk through that in a second.
And we lost this.
And, well, the reason we lost that is because when we read his KO effect, he's going to gain 1 health. And, yes, he can go above his starting health, which is currently 7, but now 8. And then you resolve the effect, which means even though we had to flip this, he's going to take this. And we got 1 more of his cards done, but at least we got 1 more threat done. So there is that minor upside. The problem is 4 threats puts him in a very dangerous situation. Okay. Oh, and then we need to put out civilians, which is good because we need civilians to rescue. So we're going to place out civilians on adjacent locations, like so. 1 as main and 2 on each adjacent. And fortunately, there's no overflow because overflow would result in him again doing mean things to us. And that's his turn. It is now my turn. I'm going to draw a card and see what we can do. We need to rescue more civilians is what it comes down to. So I think I'll set you up for another rescue. I'm going to do a movement and a rescue. So now if we get 1 more rescue, we can start taking him out. And that's my turn. I don't get to use your card, unfortunately.
Now do I go?
Oh, wait, 1 second, actually. 1 second. No, there's not much I can do. Okay, so at the start of your turn, Tavi's going to go ahead and start again. He's going to get his 3 cards back, plus draw up to his 4th card, and stand back up.
Hey, I got abominable will.
Now, if we deal 1 more rescue civilian, then you can start dealing damage to him.
I have 1 more card
Okay.
after this.
Oh, you have 1 more card? Uh-oh. That eventually will result in us dying, but go ahead. What you doing?
I will take this.
Okay.
And now...
So you get a wild. You also get a token.
Move,
Well, so keep... Okay.
And
keep in
I
mind,
flip this.
before you do that, again, we're going to alpha player a little bit. Before we do that, if you
know.
rescue him, you can start attacking him.
I know, but we want to be safer before we attack.
Okay. So you moved, you flipped, and that's it.
Now
Yeah.
it's Darkseid's turn, which we sort of have been here.
Darkseid's
We're going
turn?
to take damage now.
We're going to play Darkseid's turn. He's going to move 0. Deal 1 damage to each hero in his location and both adjacent locations, which means I am KO'd. So I'm going to die over there, which the good news is that's not going to actually have an effect because he's going to get 1 health, but he's not going to actually flip any tokens. So I'm now dead. And then, deal 2 damage to each hero. Oh, you take 2 damage now. Take 2 damage, unfortunately. Okay. Yep. And then we're going to go ahead and draw up cards. So at the start of my turn, I'm going to spawn again. I'm going to draw 3 cards and then draw another card and have those. Okay. So now the question we have here is what to do.
Save up a billion. Save up a billion.
Well, so you currently have Batman. If I can give you fight actions, you'll be able to use this.
Wait. Would I spawn there? Wouldn't that mean I would gain this?
At the end of your turn, not when you spawned, unfortunately. Okay. So I think what I'm going to try to do is I have your wild. So, and we don't know which way he's going, unfortunately. But I think I do want to end in his spot because I think that's worthwhile. And I'll give you a movement. So I'm going to play this over here, which means I'm going to benefit from the movement. I'm going to benefit from the movement to go here. I'm going to benefit from the wild to rescue a civilian. That makes Darkseid vulnerable. So he's now vulnerable.
Now we start attacking.
And then I'm going to use my 2 attacks, split as you like, in yours and adjacent locations. So I'm going to hit him twice in the head, hoping for the best. At the end of my turn, I'm going to gain 1 star token, which will be helpful as well. And that's my turn. Now the bad news is, not bad news, the good news is your turn.
I will
That one.
place this.
Okay. Okay.
And now I use Abba's movement.
Yep.
And I fly to punch him in the face.
Beautiful.
Or cape him in the face.
You hit him, and you also do have a wild token, which you can save for later or use now. I recommend saving it personally, but up to you.
Actually, I will use it.
Okay.
And give him a wild in the face.
Damage. Boom. Okay. Token's gone. And then he's going to move clockwise to the next location with a threat, which means he's going to move over here. He's going to bam the location, so both of us are going to turn our most recent cards face down, unfortunately.
And we both die, I'm guessing.
Not yet. Deal 1 damage. You take 1 damage. Does that mean you die?
Yes.
Okay, so that means he's going to get this card. He's going to move it, he's going to flip it, and then when he KOs, he's going to gain a health back and then take the card. So that's 1 more of these cards gone, and that is not great for us, but not much we can do. And that is the turn. And I have to discard a card too. I will discard. You're there, and then we're both going twice. Okay. I don't know what to do here. I'm going to discard this card, weirdly enough. Okay, that's that. So we've done that over there, and then we have 2 threats left, so we're still okay, but his next card is going to be, it's not good. Okay, either way, it is now my turn. Oh, we have to put out people. He's going to, this is actually a problem. This is a problem. 1 second.
Oh no, there's an overflow.
There is an overflow. So we're putting 1 here and 1 here. We're putting 1 here and 1 here. And then we have to put 1 in his location, which causes an overflow. Flip it, otherwise 1 hero. If there's a threat with lification, okay, otherwise 1 hero anywhere takes 2 damage.
Me.
So I think I take 2 damage.
No, because I don't have it.
Yeah, but that means I have to take the 2 damage. So I'm going to discard my cards. The good news is nothing's going to happen with him KOing. Well, that's not true. He's going to gain a life again. So he's incredibly powerful, and we're both dead. At the start of my turn, I draw 3 cards, and then I draw a 4th card.
Turn?
No, you were last.
I was last? Did
Yep.
you just go and discard your card and stuff?
Yeah, over here. Well, because he did damage to me. By the way, things are not looking good, in case you're wondering. Alright, I am going to...
Oh, yeah. Your turn. That's your turn.
There's not a lot that I can realistically do because, well, there's not a lot I can do. I think I will throw a move into the storyline. Is that the best option? Or he's going to move clockwise or counterclockwise to the next location. But I don't know which one. But that's, okay. You're probably going to draw some attack cards and stuff. So what I'll do is, I think, because I know what this last card is, I think I'm going to play this. It's a little interesting. I'm going to play this one over here. Okay? I'm going to play that card. I'm going to deal 1 damage to a thug. And there's not much else I can do. At the end of my turn, I'm going to gain a star token. That's all I'm doing. And now it's your turn. You stand up, draw 3 cards.
Draw 3. Oh, those are...
Yep, you draw all your cards.
And they're all attacks.
Yep.
Move attacks.
Now, I did place an attack into the storyline in case you want to use it together with your, that one.
Now I move and deal 2 capes in the face.
You deal 3 damage to him. You treat, because you deal 1 from your card, and then 2 from mine. So you deal 3 damage to him, which knocks him down.
How 3? That's only 2.
Well, this one says you may treat punches on the previous hero card as double punches.
Ooh, yay!
Okay.
So I kill you.
Yep. Okay.
Darkseid.
So you deal 3 damage to him. If you want, you can also even use your batarang to deal another damage.
Yeah, I'll deal another damage.
Okay. So toss your batarang.
Okay.
And he would have to do that before he moves, but that's doable. Which means Darkseid is down to 3, which is good. But the bad side is we're in a tight spot. It's going to be close no matter what.
Yay, we're
And
in
then
a tight spot. Boom.
Darkseid goes. I hope he moves clockwise. He's going to move clockwise. Okay, beautiful. So he's going to move over here, flip this card, and then he's going to bam the location, but we don't have anyone there to worry about. He's going to deal 1 damage to each location, nothing to worry about, so we are fine right now. And then it's my turn. I'm going to draw a card. And, oh, you have a move and a punch. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Ready? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Boom Tubes. I'm going to use the move on your card to move here. I'm going to use the ability of Boom Tubes. Actually, I'm going to use the rescue to rescue a civilian, because why not? And then I'm going to use... You know what? Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use... No, I will do it. I'll use the rescue to rescue a civilian. I'm going to use this location to move to another location, bring another hero with you. So I'm bringing you with me to attack him. And then I'm going to use my punch on this card to punch him, dealing 1 more damage to him. And then I'm going to use these 2 to flip this face down.
Yay, we're gonna lose.
We actually might win. He's down to 2 damage. Can you deal 2 damage?
Oh, yes.
What?
I think. Maybe. No.
It's going to be really close. Okay, we're going to see what happens. But either way, go ahead and play a card. So we're going to have to figure out where this goes. We're going to move a bunch of cards up right now.
We're gonna die.
I'm going to play this card over here. And we punch him in the face, bringing him down to 1 health left. Is there anything you can do? Because to recharge your batarang, you have to discard an action token, but you don't have an action token. Okay, it's gonna be really close. I think we're going to lose.
Told you.
But it's gonna be really close. He's 1 health left. 1 health. Okay. Well, let's see how this plays out. We're going to flip his card. And he's going to do move counterclockwise to the next location with a threat. That means over here. He's going to do bam, deal 1 damage to each hero in Darkseid's and both adjacent... So he's going to bam the thing. So we're going to flip this face down as well as this face down. Then he's going to deal 1 damage to each hero in Darkseid's and both adjacent locations. So I'm going to take a damage. I will discard... Oh, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, I'm going to discard this card. Yeah, I'm going to discard this card. I think we're good.
Do you have a movement and attack?
Well, yes. But you have to take a damage.
And I'm
Okay?
dead.
Because you're KO'd. So first of all, he flips this card. Because you're KO'd, that means he's going to add another health over here, unfortunately. And then he's going to take this card. So he's now gotten 4 of his cards. But that does mean that this is completely done now. This is resolved. We have 4 of those done. So now we each would draw a card, which won't matter. So you can... Well, you're not... Technically, you're dead, but you'll stand up in a second. And then it is... Then he puts down tokens. He puts down 3 tokens. 1, 2, and 3. So he's going to put down a thug here. And then a henchman, a civilian, and a civilian. And then it is my turn, and I have a cool card.
What?
So I have cybernetic enhancements. I can, doing any of your turns, flip this card to either gain a punch and a move and a punch, any of these combinations. So I have a punch. I'm going to flip this to gain a move and a punch. So now I go move, punch, punch, and Darkseid is dead.
But gods can't die.
You're right. Technically, he's just sleeping. He's sleeping. I don't actually kill people. They just take very long naps. That's really funny to some of you, and some of you have no idea what I'm talking about. Although I recommend checking out Pete Holmes' Batman if you haven't. Anyways, that's it. We won.
Hi, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
We were so close. We did it. Did we get a high five?
No.
I think he's the real villain. Anyways, that has been a gameplay of DC Superheroes United. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. It was down to neck and neck, but we did manage to take out Darkseid. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
And I may be the villain. Ah!
He may be the villain. Have a good one.
That was
Okay.
good.
That was great. That was really great. We did it.
Imagine we were still filming.
Well, technically, we are still filming. We are still filming it. I haven't actually hit stop yet.